Dealers have a playbook that earns them billions and makes you overpay every single time. In this video, we'll walk through 13 car dealership ripoffs you should never pay for. But here's the kicker. Our bonus tip at the end is so effective, some dealerships quietly train staff to counter it. Let's get to it. Ripoff number 13, paint protection packages. This one right here, pure robbery. Dealerships love to push paint protection packages like they're selling a suit of armor for your car. They'll throw around words like ceramic coating, nano sealant, or environmental barrier. Sounds impressive, right? But here's the truth. Most of the time, they're applying a basic wax or a cheap sealant you could buy at an auto parts store for $15. I've seen folks charged anywhere from $500 to over $2,000 for this so-called protection. And the kicker? It's often applied by someone with a spray bottle and a rag, not a trained detailer. They'll tell you it lasts for years. It doesn't. They'll say it protects against bird droppings, UV rays, and acid rain. Maybe for a month or two, if that. If you really want paint protection, go to a reputable detailing shop. Pay for a real ceramic coating from someone who knows what they're doing. It'll cost less, last longer, and actually work. Don't fall for dealer fairy dust. It's overpriced snake oil. And just when you think they're done squeezing your wallet, they hit you with something even dumber. Ripoff number 12, VIN etching. I've seen people pay hundreds for this nonsense. VIN etching is when your car's vehicle identification number gets etched into the windows, supposedly to deter theft. Dealers will say it helps police recover stolen cars faster, and some will even claim it lowers your insurance rates. Sounds helpful, right? Well, here's what they don't tell you. VIN etching doesn't stop a determined thief. A carjacker isn't going to pass on your ride just because the numbers are on the glass. And those supposed insurance discounts? They're usually pennies if they even exist. I've seen dealerships charge $200 to $500 for VIN etching that was done in 10 minutes with a cheap stencil kit. You can buy that same kit online for under $30 and do it yourself in your driveway. Worse? Some dealers add it to your contract without asking and act like it's non-negotiable. It's not. Cross it off. Don't pay for invisible security, especially when it's something a kid with a YouTube tutorial can do for less. Want real protection? Here are 19 tricks to stop car theft in 3 seconds. Click the link above to watch. Let's continue. The next one makes this look like a freebie. Ripoff number 11, fabric protection. Let me tell you why this one gets my blood boiling. Fabric protection sounds nice. Keep your seats stain-free, like the day you bought it. Dealers will swear it guards against spills, dirt, UV damage, even everyday wear and tear. Sounds fancy, right? But here's the ugly truth. It's usually nothing more than a cheap upholstery spray. The same kind you can grab at any auto parts store for under $10. I've watched dealership detailers do it 100 times. They grab a dusty can, blast your seats for maybe 5 minutes, and call it a day. Then, in the finance office, they slap on a $300 to $800 charge for it like it's some high-tech miracle coating. And that lifetime warranty they brag about? Good luck cashing in on it. The fine print is a mile long. Spill a drink? If it's not in exactly the right spot or the stain's not reported in 48 hours, you're out of luck. If you actually want fabric protection, buy a quality spray yourself or pay a trusted local detailer to apply a professional-grade product. You'll save hundreds. This one's pure lazy profit, and they'll push it on every single buyer if they can. Oh, you thought that was bad? Wait until you hear this next joke. Ripoff number 10, nitrogen-filled tires. If they try to sell you this, walk away. Here's the pitch. Nitrogen keeps your tires properly inflated longer, improves fuel economy, and makes your tires last. Sounds high-tech, right? Dealers love throwing that one around and charging you $50 to $200 for it. But here's the kicker. Regular air is already 78% nitrogen. So unless you're running laps on a NASCAR track or storing your car in a vacuum chamber, this upgrade does absolutely nothing for the average driver. Sure, nitrogen leaks a little slower than air. But you know what else works? A $1 tire pressure gauge and 5 minutes at a gas station. The so-called benefits? Barely noticeable in the real world. And when you need to top off your tires later, good luck finding a nitrogen pump. You'll end up mixing it with regular air anyway, making that whole upgrade useless. Bottom line, this isn't a performance enhancement, it's a puffed-up sales pitch to drain your wallet. And sadly, the ripoffs just keep getting sneakier. Ripoff number 9, extended warranties at purchase time. I've seen folks get talked into this with fear. You're just about to sign the papers, and then the finance manager leans in and says, "What if your engine blows next month?" You'll be stuck with a huge repair bill. It's a scare tactic, and it works. Extended warranties sound like peace of mind, but dealerships mark them up like crazy, sometimes 100 to 300% over cost. I've seen buyers drop $3,000 or more on a plan they didn't even fully understand. And here's the kicker. Most of these contracts are stuffed with loopholes, exclusions, and mileage caps. You think you're covered until you file a claim, then the fine print slams the door in your face. Do you want a warranty? Fine, but don't let anyone bully you into buying it on the spot. Take your time, shop around, get quotes from reputable third-party providers or even your insurance company. You're not obligated to buy one during the sale. That's just pressure talking. And hey, if you hate these kinds of ripoffs as much as I do, hit that like button, share this with a friend who's car shopping, and subscribe. Trust me, the worst tricks are still ahead. Ripoff number 8, market adjustment fees. This one's nothing but pure greed, and I've seen it explode in the last few years. Market adjustment fee. Sounds official, doesn't it? What it really means is, we're charging you more because we feel like it. Dealers slap this fee on hot-selling cars, especially new models or anything in short supply. I've seen folks get hit with an extra $5,000 to $20,000 on top of MSRP. And for what? Nothing. No added value, no added features, just pure markup. They'll tell you it's what the market demands. That's BS. It's what they demand because they know someone out there will panic and pay it. Don't be that person. If you see a market adjustment fee, walk away or shop elsewhere. You'd be surprised what a short drive to another town or state can save you. And if enough people say no, that market suddenly adjusts itself. But next up, the fees that make my jaw lock. Ripoff number 7, dealer prep fees. I used to work behind the curtain. This one's a joke. Dealer prep fee? Let me translate that for you. We're charging you extra to do our job. This so-called fee covers basic things like washing the car, removing the plastic wrap, filling the tank, checking fluids. Stuff that should already be done before handing over the keys. It's not special. It's not optional. It's part of the delivery process. But I've seen dealerships slap on $200 to $600 and call it a preparation package. Total nonsense. It's like ordering a steak and being charged extra for cooking it. The truth? Manufacturers often pay dealers to prep the car. That money's already built into the business. So, when they charge you again, that's double dipping. Don't fall for it. Ask them to remove it. And if they won't, you're well within your rights to walk away. Scratch this garbage off the contract and keep your wallet closed. But if you think that's outrageous, wait for what they call documentation. Ripoff number 6, documentation fees. This one, legal theft. Here's how it goes. You're at the final step, about to sign the dotted line, and suddenly there's a mysterious doc fee tacked on for $300, $500, sometimes over $1,000. What are you paying for? Paperwork. That's it. They're charging you to print forms and type your name. And here's the kicker. Dealers do this for every customer. It's pure profit. In some states, there's a cap on how much they can charge. In others, it's the Wild West. Now, you might not be able to remove the fee entirely, but don't just accept it. Use it as a bargaining chip. Say, fine, I'll pay the doc fee, but I want $500 off the sale price to even it out. They won't like it, but it works. Because deep down, they know it's just fluff. Always read the fine print and never pay extra for someone to do their job. Now, let's talk about your keys and how they'll try to hold them hostage. Ripoff number 5, key protection plans. I've seen them charge $800 to replace a $200 fob. Here's how the hustle goes. They hand you the fancy key fob, then say, if you lose this, it'll cost you big, but for a few $100 more, we'll protect it. Sounds smart until you look closer. Most of these key protection plans are just glorified insurance policies with tons of fine print. You'll pay $300 to $800 up front, and when you do lose your key, you find out you've got to jump through hoops just to get a replacement. Some won't even cover you if you lose both keys, only one. What they won't tell you is that you can get most key fobs replaced and reprogrammed by a mobile locksmith or even some hardware stores for way less. In some cases, your car insurance may already cover key replacement. No extra plan needed. If you are wondering how to program your car key at home, click on this link to learn. Don't get hustled into paying today for a problem that may never happen. And even if it does, it's not the end of the world. But now, we're getting into the sneaky insurance zone. Ripoff number 4, gap insurance from dealer. This one can actually be useful, but not the way they sell it. GAP stands for Guaranteed Asset Protection. If your car gets totaled, GAP covers the difference between what your insurance pays and what you still owe on the loan. Sounds smart, and it can be, but not when you buy it from the dealership. Here's the scam. Dealers massively mark it up, sometimes charging $800 to $1,200 for coverage that should cost a fraction of that. I've seen people pay more for dealer gap than an entire year of full coverage insurance. What they don't tell you? You can get gap from your auto insurer, bank, or credit union for way less, sometimes under $100 a year. And in some leases and loans, gap is already included. Dealers know this, but they're not going to point it out. Before you sign, check your existing coverage. If you really need gap, get it from a cheaper source. Don't pay triple for the same safety net. But now, let's dim the lights and talk about the next scam. Ripoff number 3, window tinting. This one's sneaky, especially on used cars. Dealers love to upsell window tinting as some kind of premium upgrade. The finance guy will act like you're getting a luxury feature straight out of a high-end custom shop. In reality, you could get it done for a fraction of the price elsewhere. Typical dealer charge? Anywhere from $300 to $800. Cost at a reputable local tint shop? Usually $150 to $300. And often a better quality film with a real warranty. Here's where it gets uglier. Some dealers brag about premium tint when it's actually the cheapest dyed film money can buy. That stuff fades, bubbles, and peels in a couple years, right around the time their so-called warranty runs out. And watch for this trick on used cars. They'll slap fresh tin on after getting it from auction, then jack up the car's retail price. They don't just charge you for tint. They bury that markup into the entire vehicle price, so it's harder to spot. Want tinted windows? Skip the dealer. Go to a trusted tint shop. Pick the shade, pick the quality, and save yourself a couple $100. Plus the headache of dealing with peeling film. But the next ripoff, that one's louder and even more useless. Ripoff number 2, anti-theft devices. I've ripped dozens of these out. They're junk. Dealers love to pitch so-called advanced anti-theft systems, like your car will disappear the second you park it without one. In reality, most of these dealer add-ons are mass-produced alarms, blinking LEDs, or cheap kill switches you could find online for under $50. But here's the kicker. They'll happily add $300, $600, even $1,000 to your bill for them. The scam works like this. The device is often pre-installed on every car in stock before you even step foot on the lot. By the time you're negotiating, they'll tell you it's already equipped and required for the sale. Then they pull out the fear tactics. Scary theft statistics, stories of cars stripped in minutes, or the classic insurance won't cover everything without this system. Here's the truth. Every modern car already comes with a factory-installed immobilizer and alarm system. Those are far more effective than the no-name gadget the dealership slapped under your dash. If you actually want more protection, spend $50 to $150 on a quality GPS tracker, steering wheel lock, or reputable aftermarket alarm. That's real security, without handing the dealership a fat bonus check. And just when you think they can't push something dumber, here comes the grand finale. Ripoff number 1, mandatory add-ons. This right here, this is where they cross the line. By the time you've been in the dealership for hours, they know you're tired. They know you just want to sign the papers and leave. That's when they slide in the so-called mandatory add-ons. Floor mats, nitrogen-filled tires, paint sealants, VIN etching, fabric protection. Sometimes it's a $100 item inflated to $800. Other times, it's a whole bundle of junk you never asked for. And here's the truth, nothing in that list is legally mandatory. The only reason they push it is because it's pure profit. It's not about protecting your car. It's about padding their pockets. They'll tell you it's already installed. We can't remove it. That's their script. They're banking on you not wanting to start over at another dealership. But if they refuse to remove charges you didn't agree to, don't be afraid to stand up, push the contract back across the desk, and walk. The moment you stand, you win. They either remove it to keep the sale, or you take your money elsewhere. Remember, you control the deal, not them. Your signature is your leverage. Use it. Bonus tip: weaponize the out-the-door price with a signed quote. Before you even step foot in the dealership, email or text multiple dealers in your area with this exact request. Send me your best out-the-door price, including all dealer fees, taxes, and extras. For VIN, I'll be buying this week, and we'll go with whoever gives the lowest signed quote. Here's why this works. Out-the-door price forces them to include everything. No hiding junk fees until the last minute. Asking for it in writing means you can walk into another dealership and show them the competing offer. Dealers hate losing sales, so they'll often beat it on the spot. Since it's VIN-specific, they know you're not just shopping around. You're ready to buy. That changes the game. Do this with 3 to 4 dealers, and you'll watch thousands in rip-off add-ons magically vanish before you even negotiate in person. Now that you know how to dodge the worst dealership rip-offs, there's one more crucial element you need. In my next video, I'll show you the car market collapse everyone's been waiting for. Click the video on screen now